So the result, was it a combination of it being so hot, or do you think partially on your form?
I think it's a combination. I think Svetlana is a good player. She's a great player. She's won big tournaments in the past as well, so she knows what it takes. And I definitely think the heat break favored her in the end. She got some more energy there and went in, and I got a bad start, got broken straight away, and then you suddenly have your back against the wall. I had a chance to break her back straight after, and I didn't get it, and all of a sudden you're down 2-0, and you really need to fight your way back, and I just didn't today.
Are you a fan of the WTA policy to allow breaks at the end of the second set?
I don't know. Obviously it was very hot today, and I don't know. Obviously, if you win, then you're a favorite of it. If you don't, then you're not. So I think the rule is as it is, and it's equal for everyone.
Caroline, it seemed like during the match you're playing really well at times, not so well at times. You're getting frustrated, you're happy, it's sort of up and down,
Yeah, it was a bit up and down. All of a sudden I play some great points, and then I back them up with some not so good points, and then again, and just need to get that consistency back, and it wasn't really there today. And then you try to get the balls, just try to get the rhythm, and then she goes in and smacks the ball, and there wasn't really there wasn't really much time to get rhythm out there. And also when it's so hot, the ball flies a bit more, so you really need to be on top of the ball.
Sveta, because of her injury last year, her ranking has really dropped, and therefore there's a prospect that any one of you could win her first round next week in Melbourne. How will the Lidl players be thinking about that possibility with her in the draw and that?
I think you just you take everything as it comes. Everyone wants to do their best in the Grand Slam and try to win, and no one is easy, and so you just need to go out there and play.
Playing much better than 72 or whatever her ranking is.
Yeah, for sure. She's a top player, and she'll definitely get her ranking up.
So Caroline, honestly, confidence-wise on going into Melbourne, where are you?
It's no surprise that I only won one match here. It seems to be the thing for me every year. So get a few good days of practice, feel like you hit the ball well, and hopefully that can give you the confidence when you go into Melbourne. I feel I've played some great tennis there, and hopefully I can do that again this year.
So just coming into this season, were you happy with the off season? Are you happy with your style right now, or do you feel a little bit in between being the old Caroline, the defensive wall, and the newer Caroline being more aggressive on certain points?
It was nice to go into the off season having a good finish to the year and feel like I got my game back and back on track. So definitely the off season have been going well. I've done a lot of good fitness work and a lot of things on the court, and stayed healthy throughout. So that's been nice. Just been able to go at it, and I believe that if you work hard, it will pay off. So that's what I think it will.
Have you played a match in which you felt confident today? Somewhere else?
Yes, I have. I think last year in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open was really hot against Kim, and a few years ago, I think like a meter above the court, I think it was measured 68 degrees because of the heat coming down the court and then bouncing back up. So that wasn't very pleasurable. I think that was against Shahar Peer, and we played on Margaret Court Arena. So that was a tough one as well.
That's one thing I was going to ask you, because I was as hot as hell out there, and I was sitting in the shade. Do you think there comes a time where there should be like people stop playing when it's raining? Do you think there should be a sort of a temperature cut-off, or is that too
Yeah, I think they do have some rules, and I think the Australian law also has some rules. So I think when it gets over a certain temperature, I think they do stop. And also, in Melbourne they have the roofs, so they can always close the roof and cool it down a little bit. at least on the two big courts. But yeah, I think that rule is already in play somehow.
Do you think play should have been postponed today until later tonight even?
No, I don't know. You know, it looks like everyone got through their matches fine, and you know, obviously it's hot, but that's why you work hard. You know, to be able physically to handle every situation, and so no, I think it was okay to play out there today.
Caroline, you've been on tour now a number of years. Are you making the decisions during the matches as to strategy and how you want to play, or when your dad comes on court, is he pretty much saying, this is what I want you to do, and then you try to follow what he's saying?
Yeah, obviously, you know, you have in your head, you know what you want to go out there and do. You know basically all the players by now, and you know, when my dad comes on the court, he sees a few things that he tells me, and obviously you try to incorporate that into the game. But yeah, I do start feeling old now, being on tour for so many years, you know, and all the young ones coming up as well. I definitely start feeling like I'm getting to one of the older ones.
Caroline, you talked about needing to be consistent in that. What does someone like you do something like that? Because it was such a span of years.
Well, obviously in the beginning of the year, you know, you just want to start getting the rhythm back, because when you practice, obviously you work on some things and you don't really play points in the same way, and you know, it just takes a few matches to get used to that again, knowing, okay, this is an important moment, you know, maybe play it a little bit safer, you know, a meter from the line, don't go for the line. I don't know, it just, hopefully it will come. I mean, obviously the last few years it's been the same. You know, I've gotten a match or two here, and been going to Melbourne, so and I've been doing well there, so hopefully I can do the same this year.
Do you feel, Caroline, it's inevitable that we'll be back in the top 5 this year?
You know, it all depends on health and how you play, basically. And you know, I think health is the most important thing. And if I'm healthy, I believe I can get back up there. But you know, you never know. Everyone is working hard. Everyone wants to be there, so it's not easy. But I believe I can get up there again.